All right, this was a big question during the review for the quiz, is how to name something like this particular alkene. Now remember, the first thing you have to do is find the longest chain. That's the first thing you always do, is find the longest chain, whether it be an alkane, alkene, or alkyne. But if it's an alkene or alkyne, you just have to simply remember that I need to find the longest chain that incorporates the double bond or triple bond. So we could consider this chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we'd have to make sure we incorporate the double bond. Now it turns out there's a longer chain that incorporates it, and it's not this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have to have a horizontal longest parent chain. So we can find, I'm just going to say here, incorporates double bond or the triple bond. We can find this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to go ahead and circle that in red. That's going to be our parent, but as I circle it, so that's the longest chain, and then number 2, we have to number the chain and find groups. We're going to be able to do both of that and find, so number the chain and find groups. Well, what you can do to do both of those is you can go ahead and circle the longest chain that you found that incorporates the pi bond, double bond, or triple bond. And I'm going to do that. But as I go, I notice that I cut through some groups and kind of count that and say, oh, I better make sure I incorporate that. That's a group. I cut another carbon-carbon bond, so that's another group. Just put an asterisk by, that'll be easier. And I go around this chain that I know is longest, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I notice that if I count from this end, 1, 2, 3, that I'm closest to this end with the pi bond than I am to this end. So whichever end this is closest to, that becomes your carbon 1. And this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be carbon 8 in our numbering. So we've done a couple things there. We found our longest, we found the chain and circled it, the longest chain. And as we circled it, we kind of noted our groups as we circled it. We cut through carbon-carbon bonds. That means this 2 carbon containing group is not part of the parent chain. So we can put now all that together. I'm going to put it in red. All this together in a name. The groups and the parent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the groups under a category here. I had the first group off of carbon 3, and it was a methyl. I'm sorry for that little noise in the background, that beeping noise. So 3, 4, 5, oh, sorry, I missed one. That group here, I put an asterisk next to it. I didn't make sure I account for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, it's at the 4 position. And it's 1 carbon here and another carbon, so it's not methyl, but ethyl. And again, we end with YL if it's ever a group and not part of the parent that we circled. Now, of course, all this is going to be put together into the full name. Now, the full name of the parent is oct, not ane, but ene. Now I'm going to put in front of it where it's located, 1, 2, 3. It's at the 3 carbon. Now you might see this 3 put oct, 3 ene, but we're going to go ahead and put it right here in front. Now I'm running out of room, but this is where our groups go. So I'm just going to say the groups always go in front of the parent. So let's put it all together down here if I can squeeze it in. 3, this would be, oh, and I apologize. This has got to be careful. Underline the M and the E. Who gets to go first is not based on numbers, but on